Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. Today I want to stay on the topic of playing. Getting out there and playing, or scoring, getting the ball in the hole. I recently did a daily where a student talked about, Serge I talked about, saying that when he's playing really well, this was a good player, that he was under par, or when he was deep in a match with somebody, and the match was tight, he could really stay focused, he could concentrate and really stay intense and keep scoring well. But many times if he's playing a match and he starts getting over par, or he's in a match and he's winning it hands over fist, or the match ends, he seems to lose focus, and next thing you know, he's hitting poor shots and making bad decisions, especially, and some of the shots are like what shouldn't be that difficult, like chips and even putting. So the question becomes, what's going on there? Well, in regard to that statement that gentleman Steve made, we got a couple of responses. And I'm going to read their responses because I think they're good answers, and they bring up some other points that we can discuss about it. Robert Thompson answered Steve by saying, "I agree 100%. I fall into the trap of thinking that I don't belong at a certain level of performance when I'm on a hot streak. As a result, my subconscious mind talks me into stupid errors, sort of self-fulfilling prophecy with me." That's one good issue. And then Pat G says, "Steve, you are not on your comfort zone. Under par is something you are not familiar with. Many people are afraid to go low. I've heard many good golf players say that when they get under par, they do not try to protect where they are, but try to get more under par. How many teams, when they get a big lead, stop that they are doing and in effect stop playing more prevent defense? Many wish they had continued what got them the lead in the first place. I guess they say a good offense is the best defense." So those are two pretty good answers. And looking at both of those, one of the worst things that can happen is if we start to believe that we're of a certain level and we can't get any better. And if you have a day out there where you are playing to that level, or maybe even above it, and all of a sudden that comes into mind, and you start questioning it, I think you're doomed at that point. So I think that's critical. Another one is like the second comment is that when you're going low, you don't protect it. You keep going. I mean, many cases when you talk, especially about match play, when it says you against another player, you talk to the really good the players in match play. What do they tell you? They don't go easy on anybody. They're going out there and they're gonna, if they get 5 up, they want to be 6 up, and when they get to 6, they want to be 7 up. The sooner it's over, the better, because the whole job is to defeat that opponent. And one of the things that we can look at the opponent is par. And whatever your scoring abilities are, if you're shooting to about what your normal score is, and you're having one of those days, you just keep trying to go lower. Keep trying to play better. Don't worry about what the score is. So I think one of the worst things that can happen is really consciously in the forefront of your mind keeping score and knowing that, oh wow, and I think the worst thing, I've heard this 100 times, if not 1,000 times, oh man, if I can just make 2 bogeys and a par on the last 3 holes, or 2 pars and a bogey, I'm going to have my career round. You might as well, in most cases, you just shot yourself in the foot with a bazooka. I mean, no good player ever thinks that. It's not over till it's over, until you get that last ball out of the hole, and you just keep trying to go lower and lower. And so it's always forging forward, trying to go lower. Don't think about the negative, you only think about the positive. I'm going to stand here, I hit a good drive in this hole, I knock it on the green, and get it in there close, I can make another birdie, I can make another par. All right? If par is a good score for you. And so whatever your scoring level is, you have to stay positive, you have to stay what? Aggressive, and you have to stay on the offense. You can't let yourself go into self-defense, and certainly into defensive mode, and try to protect it, because at that point you're basically doing the backstroke. Your brain is working the wrong way. It's not working in a way that's going to let you stay positive, let you concentrate, make good decisions, and have that blood pumping in your brain, all the way to your brain, and from your brain to all over your body, to give yourself the energy that you need mentally and physically to stand here and think about the right shot and then execute the correct shot. All right? So golf is and it's more difficult in golf because compared to other sports, we got more time. We got a lot of time to think of between every single shot. And so it comes down to, what are you talking to yourself about between once I hit this shot and I pick up and I put my club in the bag and I either pick up my bag and walk there or get in the cart and drive to where the next shot is. What are you thinking about to yourself? Are you really positive things about, wow, that was a good shot now, man. I'm up here, I'm on the green and I can make a good bogey. I'm in the fairway and now I can hit the next one on the green and make a birdie. You're always thinking about the positives going forward. Never kind of like treading water. Treading water isn't any good because sometimes you're going to get tired and you end up going to sink. And so golf is always about, any sport, life in itself is always about staying positive and always forging forward. All right? And because the minute you start accepting where you're at, that's starting to become mediocre, and mediocrity is not the best way to be the best you can be and shoot the best scores you can in golf. So let's only think positive. Let's stay in the moment, one shot at a time, and just keep thinking. And especially be happy that when you get to that point where you're one of your better rounds, and just welcome it as an opportunity to finally reach that situation where you can shoot your lowest score ever. But you have to welcome it, and you have to stay positive and keep thinking about hitting nothing but good shots only. Next shot, the next shot, until you finally pick that ball out of the hole and you can tap yourself on the back and say, I did it. You can't become scared and you can't become defensive. All you can stay is keep positive and keep treading forward. Okay? Well, that's it for the search today about staying positive and so we can get out there and keep improving and shooting good scores and even shooting lower scores. That's it for today, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon.